time for a little housekeeping. Hi, I'm James, and this is My Last 20. Wait a minute. Must be some dust in the air. Hi, and welcome to My Last 20's first bonus episode. I wanted to spend the first 3 episodes giving you an idea of what you can expect from me and My Last 20. I know how precious your time is, what with only 20 years to go, so I don't want you sitting around saying, "Where's the beef?" watching me, when you could be off watching a cute hedgehog video instead. So let's do some housekeeping and tidy things up a bit. First off, and I want to be really clear about this is not a channel about death and dying. There are more channels on death out there than I could count. But I'm not going to shun the topic either. When needed, I will haul it out, dust it off, and shine a bright light on it. And as you can tell from today's opening, it will probably be an irreverent light. I want you to think of My Last 20 more of one guy, me, writing his own personal how to navigate the vagaries and tribulations of growing old. Next, since this is about what I've done and am doing to get by until I get the follow the light message, a lot of what I'll talk about is specific to how things work in the United States. That's where I live. Many things will be of general interest, but a lot, like Social Security, Medicare, banking, finance, to name a few, are only applicable to my fellow Americans. So, in case you made it this far and realized you clicked the wrong button, here's the link to the hedgehog again. Okay, those guys are gone. Don't worry, they'll be back. Cute only gets you so far. On to the fun stuff. One of the questions I got asked most frequently when I was setting this channel up and kicking around the ideas of why I wanted to do this. There are 2 answers to this. First, a lot of things I've done seem really interesting, and when I'd talk to friends about them, they'd say, "I've never heard of that before. You should do a YouTube video." So after hearing this nonsense for a while, I checked, and there does not seem to be another general purpose channel on getting old that covers all the things my friends found interesting, particularly when it comes to working the system. I found dozens and dozens of channels on retirement planning, retiree lifestyle options, how to retire overseas in whatever country you can think of, along with dozens of video blogs tearing apart the minutiae about the best place in Costa Rica if you're an older person and you want to save money, and others along those lines. So there seems to be a need for something more open and general, and I'm going to try to fill it. The second answer is a purely selfish one. I really am worried about my cognitive skills getting weaker. Research, and here's the article, shows that continuing to try new things, learn different things, and in general, challenge yourself all over the spectrum of interest, foods, travel, culture, and anything else you can name will help your brain grow new connections and keep its, what scientists call plasticity, longer. In short, doing this YouTube thing, it's all about me. The other question I get is, what makes you think you're qualified to talk about this stuff? This is where full disclosure comes in. I'm not sure that I'm qualified, but I am experienced. I walked away from the workaday world 15 years ago when I was 49, way before I hit my last 20. I, not being as wealthy as I had hoped, had to impose a more modest lifestyle than I was used to and learn all the tricks I could about making my money go as far as I could before I could officially retire, which happened last year. In those 15 short years, I took off in my sailboat and wandered up and down the U.S. East Coast and as far as South America. I spent months and months in foreign places like Venezuela, Grenada, North Carolina, and Maine. I wrote a book. Although it was not a bestseller, it has managed to move about 5,000 copies, and of course, you can buy it. Just check in the comments. I moved from one side of the country to another, and I turned a weed-choked meadow into a microfarm, complete with a vineyard, orchard, chickens, bees, berries, grain, and a vegetable garden. Plus, I learned a lot about how the system works and how I can make it work for me. But I'm not the important piece of this channel. That dubious honor belongs to you, the trusty viewer. Sure, it would be great if you subscribed. It would be great if you hit the like button or dislike button if you'd prefer. It would be great if you told all your friends. But best of all would be if you left a comment or a question or a suggestion or talk a bit about what you are doing, thinking, and planning. Let's start a conversation. If this is all about me droning away about how to get free money from banks, the channel's doomed to fail. But if it becomes a give and take in ideas, then it can't help but succeed. Which brings me to a question. Who are you? My guess is that you're older, at least over 50, and that you are thinking about what comes next. You're probably not rich enough to not worry at all, and you're probably not so poor that having a place to live and food to eat is an issue. If you're like me, you don't worry about spending 10 bucks, but 100 will make you stop and think. You want to do more with what you have, and you want to stretch things to the limit. You're open to trying new things, or at least open to thinking about it. You might have some medical issues to deal with, but hey, at our age, pretty much everybody does. In short, you may be 50 or 60 or 70, but you're not ready to pack it in just yet, and you're open to new ideas. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and be sure to come back for the next and last introductory episode. I'll be talking about what the series is going to go into, including how to get banks to give you free money. And after that, the fun really begins. I'm James, and this has been My Last 20. See you next time. We now return you to your cute hedgehog video.
Trying here, my friends ain't great, but I can show you a place to get paid. You'd be better off kicking that dog bone, switching off the TV station. I ain't found my destination till I hit my tombstone way down low. At least I know everything I know.